Good morning, evening, afternoon, night. Welcome to Secret Spaces. It's another Tuesday. It's 5 p.m. UTC. That means we're kicking off. And this week, as you can see, we're going to be discussing Austin Blockchain Week, including DCentral, including Consensus, including a very special party with Kevin Smith and Legendao, and KillRoy Was Here. We're going to talk about all that on the Spaces today and a lot more. I mean, this is alpha. Even if you won't be in Austin, there's a lot to learn on this call today because Austin's going to be setting us up for the next phase of Shockwave and the rest of our roadmap for 2022. Really looking forward to seeing all of you guys on the ground or meeting some of you for the first time in many cases, which is super cool. We're going to make a lot of new friends down there. We got a lot of activations we're trying to do around secret NFTs, but we've got so many secret dApps who are going to be in attendance. We're also going to be speaking at OsmoCon, which is on the 9th. Basically, we got a packed schedule. DCentral, Kevin Smith party and screening. We've got the OsmoCon. I'm speaking at Consensus. There's so much going on for a straight week of secrets, and we'll probably have some alpha to share on the ground. Maybe we'll tease a bit on this call. So if you're going to be in Austin, you want to come talk to us now to let us know what you're going to be up to on the ground. We'll have time for you to come up on stage and tell us what you'll be up to in Austin. If you'd like to connect, that's great. We're going to have dozens of secret agents on the ground from all across the ecosystem, including the Secret Labs team coming in from Israel, Secret Foundation team coming in from all over the world. And as I said, tons of devs, tons of validators, tons of committee leadership is going to be on the ground in Austin. It's going to be a really great time. Let's see who's on stage here. We can do some quick self-introductions and people can say what their role is in the ecosystem. And again, if you're going to be in Austin from the secret ecosystem and you want to speak on this space, make sure you stick your hand up. We'll try to bring you up here. But maybe let's start with Whispernode. What are you going to be doing, and what do you do now?
Yeah, so for those that don't know, this is Brendan from Whispernode speaking, and I help run the Secret Agents program, which is part of the awareness committee for Secret Network. We'll be attending Austin with the crew. Very excited to meet fellow secret agents from around the globe in Austin. And as part of that, we are going to be testing out new secret NFT badge functionality that's going to be released from Stash, which is the NFT platform on the network. And we're going to be doing some cool in-person agent activations where you can perform an in real life scavenger hunt of sorts and claim your NFT badge for Decentral Austin. So definitely come by the Secret Network booth, get your mission briefing, and when you complete that mission in real life, you will be getting a secret NFT badge as well as a physical token, which Jay from the Secret Foundation has made for the event.
This sounds cool. So people can come do missions, get prizes, unlock stuff. Maybe for people who are less familiar, when they claim the secret NFT, this badge that you guys are doing, like what can they expect? What's that going to look like? Is there what's special about them?
So we're still, if you guys are familiar with like Pope badges, it's similar to a proof of attendance badge. But with secret NFTs and secret badges, we can do cool things like have encrypted metadata utilizing the secret NFT standard on Secret Network. So these secret NFTs, there may be something hidden in the metadata which entitles users to some other content down the line, or we may do future airdrops to badge holders and things like this in the Secret Agents program. At this stage where these badges are just coming out, a lot of it is kind of the first iteration on this. So we're kind of still experimenting with what functionality and what utility they may hold in the future, but there's all kinds of possibilities there.
That's super cool. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, we have a number of different people in the ecosystem who are going to be trialing badges in Austin. I know the Stash team is going to be trialing badges as well. So people can claim some special Stash badges, get onboarded with Stash, which is the secret NFT marketplace, becoming a lot more as well. And then we've got some other teams that are going to be down on the ground here. I already brought a couple of them up on stage. We have a few people up here from Secret Foundation, including Jay and Patrick and Tom. But now we also have Dunny up here representing Jackal, and we've got Fuzzy Pizza up here representing the Alter Mail team. Would love to hear from both of you guys about what you guys are going to be doing on the ground. If you've got any activations in mind for people, like what should people be watching out for in Austin, especially if they've never really done much with either of those platforms before?
Yeah, so thanks for having me, Tor. What Jackal's going to be doing, we're going to be having a booth, number one. So we're excited about that. We're going to be sponsoring the event. And we're also going to be doing a little bit of confluence with other teams, such as Akash. We're having kind of like a fireside table chat with them. We're also having a presentation. And we're also going to be at pretty much all of the secret events. And we're also looking into kind of finalizing a side event right now as well. But for right now, if you're excited about Jackal, what we're doing that's going to be ready down there is the new front end for the product is going to be able to be tested at our booth. You can come look at it. You can come look at the different features that we're onlining, and we're super excited to be there.
Amazing. How about on the Ultra side?
Well, I'm specifically going to see the rest of the Secret Network team that I haven't seen since I started joining the ecosystem. So that's what I'm most excited about. But Alter, what we're doing is we're going to be meeting a lot of the different networks that were there who are supporting our push for stake to access. And so for those of you who don't know, stake to access is our product strategy that we're onboarding. Anybody staking to Secret Network would have free access to the Alter application. And we're not stopping there at Secret Network. We're trying to expand into all of Cosmos. So we're discussing partnerships with a lot of other networks to also allow us to enable stake to access for their users as well. So that's some of our main business priorities. But we're also showing off some cool new features that are in research and development right now. One being testing out how Huddle 01, the conferencing software, will be able to be used with an AR solution to allow our users to have access to kind of private Zoom chats. So really neat stuff. We'll be having a booth as well, have a TV to showcase our current features, and we'd love to meet everybody.
This sounds pretty secret heavy. I mean, this is awesome. Because again, like the vision of Secret as a privacy hub for Web3 does not mean that we're a silo. It means the opposite, really. We have to interoperate and connect everywhere. And the apps that are launching on Secret, like Jackal and like Alter, also have this multi-chain approach. It's really cool to see how that's going to be emerging, both from a technical basis, but also just from a relationship basis across the entire Cosmos to start with. But then I'm sure we all have our eyes on supporting every single blockchain in the Web3 universe, which is going to be a lot of fun. And a lot of these guys are going to be present there as well. A lot of other Cosmos representation down in Austin, first at DCentral, but then at OsmoCon, and then for these side events. We've got a party we're helping sponsor with the Osmosis team on Saturday night, the 11th, as well, for anybody who's staying all the way through consensus. So plenty of opportunities to network not only with the core Secret teams, not only with the app devs, not only with the rest of the Cosmos ecosystem, but just like, just awesome people from around Web3. But from the foundation side, then let's talk about that. Like we've got Jay, we've got Patrick, and we've got Tom up here. There's some stuff that we've been helping organize as well, especially this side event on the 8th, which I think is going to be like the flagship event of this week, like being able to go and party with Kevin Smith and hang out at one of the coolest venues in Austin as well. Who's the best to talk about that? Because I'm most excited probably about that.
This is Jay. Yeah, it's going to be pretty kick-ass. It's come together so smoothly. Kevin is just a class act, great guy. Really, really excited to be there as well. So we're looking to have that on the 8th of June. If you're on our Discord channel, look for Austin 2022. I just posted earlier today an Eventbrite link for you to get your ticket for it. It's going to be really awesome. Starts at 9:00, goes to about 2:00 in the morning. Music, drinks. Starting at 7, though, there will be a private screening of some clips from the movie for NFT holders, more from Legendao. Keep watching their channels for more information about the NFT drop and as we get closer. But this is going to be a great party. People are really excited about it already. We have over 300 people have already registered for it. So we're really looking to fill this place up.
What? Shit, I thought this was a secret.
Oh, well,
not...
Shit, sorry. my bad.
We kept the event a secret, and we already have 300 RSVPs. This is not what's going to happen when we actually start marketing it.
No shit.
God.
Well, then my bad. We'll probably have a conversation after this. I know, I'm totally messing around. No, it's really going to be a lot of fun. Really looking forward to it. So be there, and we'll buy you a drink.
Amazing. Super excited. And what about from your sides, Patrick, Tom? What are you guys excited about? I mean, I think actually for Tom, this is probably the first time you've also met a large portion of the secret ecosystem.
Oh, for sure. It's going to be a blast, man. I've personally been a fan of Kevin's for years. I've been podcasting myself since 2010, and a lot of the reason I've kept going over the years is just because his message of, hey, if you've got a creative message, if you've got something to get out there, put your voice into the world. It doesn't matter if just one person hears you, that one person is still being affected. And as I told him during the interview, I know everyone's seen it by now, hopefully. If not, it's on YouTube, so go check it out. But it's there, and his big takeaway from that is, look, he's the best fit for Web3. I mean, he's a creator. He's a creative guy. He goes against the grain. He likes to try new things and, again, put his voice out there. And I'm excited to meet him and hang out with him. I expect he'll be a cool guy to hang out with and just shoot the breeze. And I'm looking forward to it, man. It's going to be a great time. And as you said, Tor, it'll be my first opportunity to meet and greet a lot of people. So absolutely come and find me. If I've not found you, say hello, shake hands. It's going to be a great time.
Kick ass. Yeah. I mean, what you said was so spot on in two ways. Like, one is he's the perfect Web3 creator because of his mindset, right? That collaborative user ownership mindset, and also, that countercultural mindset of, like, it doesn't matter what everybody else is doing. If you think this is the right creative approach to something, get it done your way. Find the community that'll back you till you make it happen. That's absolutely how he came up, and I think that's how he's intending now to keep going. And there's a lot of parallels with that, I think, in the secret ecosystem, where we're doing things differently from pretty much every other blockchain, taking the privacy by default approach. But people like Kevin have already recognized on a creative level, for an ownership economy to emerge, for a creator economy to emerge in Web3, that's essential. You need these private by default systems. If he wanted to release his movie on any other chain, he couldn't. This is the only way. So we have found a lot of sympathy from Kevin, and we have a lot of sympathy for Kevin. And that's why I think it's going to be a sick party, just to be around somebody who I hope brings in other creators of a similar mindset into the secret ecosystem, and then we can socialize their work to everybody in the Web3 ecosystem so they can see the kinds of things that are possible, beyond the cash grabs and things like that. Like, there is a real creator economy sitting on the other side of this that we're hoping to be a big piece of creating and sustaining. So super well observed, and I think I'm excited for exactly what you're excited for, to be honest. Patrick, I'm not going to put you on the spot, man, but if you've got anything you're looking forward to on the ground, either that you're going to do yourself or that you want to see other people do, floor is yours. I'm excited to see you again too.
Yeah, I'm excited to see everybody again. This is going to be my second DCentral conference. The first one was back in last November at DCentral Miami, and we had a great time. Aside from the obvious Kevin Smith party, I think I'm probably just looking forward to running the Secret Network booth at DCentral. We had a huge amount of people walk through in Miami and made all kinds of new connections, and it's really fun to just preach the gospel of Secret Network and teach everybody and make new partnerships. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah. We, I don't know how many thousands of people kind of went through our booth in Miami. Maybe Jay, you remember, we had a ton of foot traffic. We brought a lot of hats. The hats did not last. Those privacy hats always fly off the shelves. So this time we're bringing those agent coins. We're bringing some other swag as well, just to mix it up.
We definitely swagged out this time around, knowing basically it was water in a desert in Miami as far as the stuff we were giving away. In fact, I had to hold off on people giving away everything. Otherwise, we weren't getting everything for the last day. So, we've got a bunch of different things that we're going to be giving away. So really, really, really cool stuff. Actually, I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is. You just have to stop by and see it. But Tor did say we do have hats. So know that we're going to have privacy hats, but there's going to be more. I promise.
Yeah, that's not much of a secret. We've become pretty known for the privacy hats. They tend to not only fly off the shelves. I constantly see people walking around for the weeks afterward in the same city, just rocking out with them, and that makes me happy. But of course, it's going to be like 95 degrees Fahrenheit in Austin. So if you don't have a hat in Austin, you'd be insane not to go get a privacy hat and keep yourself safe, because it gets hot and sunny. Well, we've covered quite a bit of ground here. We've covered the agents program, what they're going to be doing on the ground. We've covered the foundation programming, what we're excited for. We've heard from the Alter team. We've heard from the Jackal team. We're going to have a lot of other teams on the ground, though, in person. Like, if anybody up on stage can kind of recall off the top of their head, like other dApps that are going to be in attendance, other validators that are going to be in attendance. Like, this is turning into a massive offsite.
I do know that Trivium, Shade, these guys, Hydro, they're all going to be. They've definitely co-sponsored the party that we're working on, but I know there's going to be tons of people there. People have been DMing me left and right from within Discord, just saying, "Hey, we're going to be there. What can we do to help?" So I think we're really going to be representing this time around for sure, much more than we did in Miami. And Miami was pretty huge.
I was just going to say the same thing that that Patrick just said, just about other teams that are coming, how excited we are. If I'm being completely honest, I'm in a dental office right now, so I'm going to have to hop off in about 2 seconds, but I'm really excited to be in DCentral. I'm really excited to see everyone there. Feel free to drop by the Jackal booth. We'll have the whole team there, and I'm excited to see you guys all at the side events too.
I think we can officially say that Secret in Austin is going to be a lot more fun than going to the dentist. So with that low bar established, we'll be excited to see you there.
Yeah, that's for sure. Anyways, I'll see you guys later.
Thanks for joining us, man. Can't wait to see you. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people there, a lot of opportunities to get involved in stuff. If for whatever reason you haven't seen the link go around for the Kevin Smith party on the 8th, keep following the Secret Network account. We're probably going to tweet it out again super soon. We'll get those RSVPs in. They will fill up. If you're thinking of going, like, just make sure you got your name in there. And then for everything else, DCentral, hopefully y'all are going. For Consensus, I don't think we have as many people who are going to try to go inside of Consensus. So I'm going to speak for a second as somebody who's gone to a lot of Consensi. So CoinDesk hosts Consensus on an annual basis, unless there's a global pandemic. Brings in a lot of enterprise interest, brings in a lot of institutional interest, brings in a lot of developers and big names and things like that. It's a good launching pad for all kinds of things. It's a very engaged community, but it also tends to be not the most community-driven event that happens during these periods, right? Like it tends to centralize a lot of that institutional interest, and that's good, and it's good for the growth of the space, but it's what goes on around Consensus that I think drives a ton of value to the ecosystem. It's a reason to be there. So there's going to be thousands of people in Austin, and I'm not sure all of them will be at Consensus, but rest assured, secret agents are going to have a presence all around Austin during this entire period. I'll be speaking on Saturday on a Consensus panel about privacy. I found out who else is on that panel this morning. So it's going to be moderated by Stephen McKee, who's an investor, and I know he's actively involved in the Handshake ecosystem, very knowledgeable guy. Actually, one of the first people I was communicating with when I went full-time in the space back in 2017. So great to see him showing up for this. And then one of the other panelists is my good friend Edward from the Railgun DAO. Railgun looking at transactional privacy solutions primarily for the ETH ecosystem. He'll probably have a lot of interesting insights. I saw him really recently. We were together in Las Vegas earlier this year for a separate event. So I'm really excited about that panel. We'll probably have some awesome conversations after the fact. The whole Secret Labs team will be going to Consensus as well. So if there's a conversation to be had, we'll be having it. I think a ton of the value, though, is going to be at the top of the week for us from the 6th to the 9th, when OsmoCon is wrapping up that week. DCentral Con's kicking it off, and Kevin Smith's event is right in the middle with the Legendao team. It's going to be a blast. I think there's just going to be a ton of fun happening. And then to be able to close it off with an opportunity like Consensus and be in those conversations for Secret, always a blast. Even if I think it's not as community driven as some of the other events, there's no denying that it brings a ton of interest into the ecosystem. And I will be wearing some special swag. I got my viral kicks in the mail. I haven't posted my unboxing video yet, but I do have some special sneakers I'll be wearing around Austin to show off the power of physical digital NFT merch on Secret. I think they look super cool, but I also don't have very good taste. So you'll have to tell me what you guys think.
I think some of the viral guys will be there too.
That's cool. Yeah, if you guys have missed past Secret Spaces, we brought on a bunch of teams, and Viral's been on a couple of times talking about how they're trying to merge the physical and the digital. They've got some awesome merch coming that's linked to physical. Is linked also to the Secret NFTs. So if they're going to be on the ground and you're going to be on the ground, go meet that team. They're super cool. Tom, are people able to listen to the past episodes yet? I know we've pulled out some clips, but if somebody wanted to go listen to that past Secret Space with the Viral team, is there somewhere they can go yet?
Absolutely. It is available on YouTube at Secret Network Official. We are currently in the process of rebuilding on YouTube and trying to bulk up our video content. But yes, Secret Spaces is there. The edition everyone's listening to now should be up and running at least by tomorrow, no later than tomorrow. So yeah, it's a great place to archive information, great place for folks to learn more about us. And it's always a pleasure to work the audio on this stuff and get to go back and hear what everyone has to say, people like our partners and people directly involved with the network. It's always a fun time on Secret Spaces. But yeah, it's absolutely there as we speak.
I'm realizing, of course, that I now need to be universally accountable for everything I say on Secret Spaces. So I just want to make my usual disclaimer that none of this is financial advice. And I'm not a lawyer, and I don't know what else I need to disclaim, but the idea is, of course, that we want people to be able to listen to these spaces after the fact, even if they can't join us in the middle of their work days or at the end of their nights on Tuesdays. So thanks to Tom, everybody else at the foundation who's done the hard work to get everything onboarded into the YouTube as an evergreen store of knowledge for people coming into the Secret ecosystem. Well, we're about halfway through the space. What I would say is, at this point, if anybody listening is going to be in Austin, raise your hand if you feel like talking to us. Let us know what you're going to be up to in Austin. Ask any questions, by the way, that you guys have about our presence in Austin or about the Kevin Smith event or anything else. This is the best moment to get those questions answered, or just to share something from your own personal perspective.
Really quickly, one thing I want to add, if you do want to help out at the booth or help out at the party, let me know. You could DM me on Discord or Telegram. Just feel free. I don't ignore DMs.
There you go. Yeah, follow Jay, DM Jay. Best to do that, and we'll get you doing something. And then, of course, Brendan, if anybody feels like getting involved as a secret agent now, or in Austin or after Austin, is there somewhere they can go to learn more about the program?
Yeah, you can definitely go to scrt.network/agents. That's kind of where you can get a general overview of the program and kind of the things that we stand for and things that you can do within it. We're also going to be launching very soon the new Secret Agents platform, which will kind of house a lot of these secret agent missions and ways that we engage with the agent community. We also have like a cool animated video that's going to be releasing soon that kind of explains the onboarding process.
Ooh, that sounds pretty cool. All right. Well, it sounds like there's a lot of exciting developments. I see one hand already up, so I'm going to bring this person up on stage. And then again, anybody else who wants to talk, feel free to raise your hand. We'll get you up here. Lali, you're up on stage. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Hi. Good to be here with you. So I'm already in Austin. I'm visiting. I'm an artist and musician, and I love Cosmos. And I have something I'd like to share with you, not here, but maybe when I meet you in person. I have an NFT series that I would like to do, and it's kind of a genius idea that involves Secret Network as well. But I'm mainly excited to, it's true. It really is. When I tell you, when you hear it, you'll be like, oh my God. I'm waiting for like full interoperability and collaboration and people from Juno and Stargaze and Akash are already on board. So it's really exciting. But mainly Austin, I'm so excited to meet Cosmos people and you all. So yeah, I don't have a ticket for Consensus itself. I just RSVP'd for a ton of events, including the party that I just found out about today. So I'll be seeing you there.
Nice.
Yeah.
What about OsmoCon on the 9th?
So I was actually looking for a link to that to figure that out, and also same with Decentral. I'm waiting to hear back from their volunteer thing and to see if any like speakers or friends have an extra pass that I could just come with.
Yeah, OsmoCon, they're letting people kind of invite one by one. So it's a good thing you came, because they did just provide to me some information about how you can RSVP for OsmoCon specifically. I would say DM Jay, and I'll be making sure Jay has all this information as well. That way, though, you're not bottlenecked. If you want to figure out how to go to some of these events and we can get you in, we absolutely will. And if you haven't RSVP'd for the Kevin Smith event,
yeah.
That's an obvious one.
I did, yes.
Please be there.
I will. You'll see me.
Amazing. Can't wait to hear about this genius idea. I like the confidence, and if you're building it in the cosmos, then I am confident as well that it is a genius idea.
Thank you so much. Yeah, founders, if I may, founders I've shared with have said that yes, are excited about it. So,
cool.
Yeah.
I hope you involve Secret as much as you can. I mean, we definitely have some very unique capabilities for this stuff, and as you can hear, we're leading on a lot of experimentation, leveraging the private metadata pieces and badges. So I think it could be a great fit.
Well, can you keep a secret?
Probably not on this space.
Well, not right here, obviously, but I was going to say you and me, we can talk after or separately, and I can share it with you if you want to hear about it.
Okay. Yeah, why not? Shoot a DM to this account as well, and we'll follow
Sounds
up
good.
with you.
Okay,
But this is exciting. I like secrets just as much as everybody else. God damn it.
Well, look, it's a secret so that there can be a big reveal so that everyone can be involved. But it's good to ship before just like blah blah blahing. Also, though, it looks like I can't really send Jay a DM for some reason. I followed you, Jay. Yeah.
Jay, open up your DMs, man.
Yeah, Jay, come on.
I didn't realize they weren't. See, I'm the old guy in the room, so if it's closed, I gotta fix that.
Yeah, Jay is not actually Jay's not actually a cigar chomping ape with a hat, or a dog with a hat. I can't see, man. It's too small. What is that?
It's actually an ape that it's a unique one of a kind. So I can't give you more than that. But
it's beautiful. What a secret.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah, let me open up my DM. Give me a few minutes, and I'll then just keep trying. I promise it'll be fixed soon.
Heck yeah. Okay, and Secret's DMs should be open, and we do read those, or you can always follow me personally. It's just Tor Bear. Not too hard to find. And I do read those. I'm just
cool.
I'm just not always the most responsive human, which is why I recommend getting in touch with Jay about event attendance if you can, and then you can always grab me on the ground. I'll be there all week.
Wonderful. So I did DM this account, and I'm DMing you now, and that's it for housekeeping, so we can free the space for
wicked. No, we appreciate it. We can't wait to see you. And again, if there's anybody in the Cosmos ecosystem you're friendly with that's been like experimenting with NFTs or has genius ideas, yeah, definitely bring them by any of the secret stuff that's going on, because we'll be out in force with like business development teams and NFT mint teams that could like provide missing resources to anybody who's considering launching something. Like if you need an artist, if you need a dev, right? We love mixing and matching brilliant people who just want to ship cool stuff. And we'll help you get onboarded with whatever you need.
I will tell you that my friend told me about Secret Punks when they launched, and I was like,
there's always more launching. I mean, I can't even share my own secrets. Damn it. Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll trade secrets in Austin. Either way, I think there's at least one or two things that we can do right away, even as you build in the background, which is super cool. I totally respect, ship and then blab. It's underutilized in the space.
Ship and blab. I learned from the greats. I learned from the greats.
I learned by doing the opposite.
I mean, yes, of course, like years of that, and then you learn, and then you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Both are good, it's like entertainment. You kind of have to hype, but it's nice. Stealth is nice, and hype is nice, and all the things. I think as long as people are having fun, as long as people feel good and are like, there's like excitement around something real, then bring it.
Heck yeah. I mean, that's exactly what we're hoping happens in Austin, right? Like, this is very real. This is a real movie that's launching as a secret NFT. These are real projects that are looking to cross deploy via IBC and get these projects going. There's real badges, real missions, real agents. These are real people internationally. You don't have to wonder if you're talking with these people online if they're, gonna rug you, right? These are people who just love forming a global community, love talking about privacy issues in Web3 specifically, love movies, love music, love art. That's the kind of community we've been trying to create and scale. And honestly, sucks that it's a bear market again, but it's a great time to be focusing on the people.
It's the best time. It's the best time. Then who's passionate, who's real, who's here, regardless of pumping. Then the people who are actually on the ground building, the people who believe in it long term. This is the best time. Totally. Bears, it's like scary scarcity, but also like learn for next goal to take profit and then build during bear. And it's all like there's always abundance. It's a matter of when we tap into it and how. And like I want to just interject and share that I was in the entertainment industry. I in a kind of a niche, interesting way, and in a weird way, ended up having Jason Mewes film me. And I'll collect the set now through Secret. I'll get to meet Jay.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. You gotta catch them all.
Yeah, gotta catch them all.
I'm sure we'll get Jason doing his own secret NFTs soon enough. We're determined, or at least I'm determined, to make it happen. We're just gonna work through all of my favorite directors. I never made it far enough to like really work in the entertainment industry full time, but I was always adjacent to it growing up, and I was a performing musician, and I wrote my MBA thesis around blockchain for digital rights management in the music industry, which is fundamentally broken, but blockchain doesn't fix what's broken about it. And I think that it'll be so fun to talk with more artists in Austin, and Austin's a very art-driven town, right? Like,
yeah, of course.
Talk to artists about what they're hoping to get out of Web3 and how Secret can make that possible, not just as an L1 technology, but as a global community. Like, what are these crazy artistic dreams? What's it gonna take to make it happen? Like, how can we be the underpinning for that? We're definitely more the underdog types anyway. We're not the type to go like partner with Formula One or something like that and try to shove a bunch of IP down people's throats. Like, we really want to create a creative culture on Secret, because that's, like Ethereum back in 2016, that's the foundation for the next run, is the community that you build in the meantime.
Yes, that's amazing. And the intention, like, with which you build the infrastructure, right? Because it's like, you don't have to chase the entertainment industry. It's actually coming to you, and like attracting the right people with the right values by you like building that right infrastructure. And it's really beautiful to hear that Secret is interested in like creative endeavors and supporting a creative community. Yeah.
Deeply so. Yeah. Would love to talk more about that on the ground. Would love to have you be a part of whatever that community becomes, because we would love to have just, it's a little bit of like a gas, right? It's all about like space and volume and pressure. Like, you get enough creative people in a tight enough space and light a fire, and something's going to pop. Something's going to happen. Some sort of incredible event is going to occur from the confluence of all that energy. So our hope is that it happens sooner than later, and we don't wait around for another bull market for that sort of stuff to pop off. So I think it'd be great to see you at all those different events. Can't wait to hear what your secret is, and hopefully everybody else gets to find out soon too.
Amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Space is still open. People can stick their hands up. If you're going to be on the ground in Austin, we'll get you up on here on the stage. Come tell us what you're working on or what you're hoping to get out of it. Or, like I said, we always leave the last bit of spaces for anybody who's got an update from the ecosystem, anything that they're working on, anything that they're passionate about. Open floor, come share. Would love to give you the opportunity to reach everybody who's in the space now, and anybody who might be listening on YouTube or other channels later. And for those who are already on stage, if there's anything else you guys want to share from various endeavors you've got going on, Austin related or otherwise, you've got the floor as well.
I don't think we mentioned that Shade Protocol is going to have their own booth. So if you're at the conference, make sure you go check out their booth as well. And I believe Carter from Shade Protocol and Guy from Secret Labs and Tor will also be speaking at DCentral. So make sure you check out those talks as well.
Yep. Great point. Yeah, Shade will be there. Shade is dropping all kinds of alpha. I don't know if they're going to make this space by the time it wraps up, but we've had them on Secret Spaces before. I'm certain we will have them on Secret Spaces again. We were talking to the Shade team about what happened with Luna and with UST, because Shade is also looking into stable coins and those models for the secret ecosystem. Really genius stuff. But they're also watching and learning like the rest of us from what's happening around not just the Cosmos IBC ecosystem, but everywhere. And something like Luna is very instructive for figuring out how we're going to architect more sustainable systems going forward. So if you want to hear Carter, their lead researcher, talk about that, he'll be talking at DCentral. And we're glad to have people like him building in the secret ecosystem, leading on this kind of future thinking for what Shade can become and what Silk, their stablecoin, can become for the entire Web3 ecosystem. I brought two more people up on stage. So kind of in any order here, I kind of saw you both at the same time, Asset Cowboy and then Abracadabra. Feel free. You can chime in one after another. What are you guys going to be in Austin? Would love to hear from you.
Cowboy, you want to go ahead? I'm happy to yield to you, brother or sister.
Well, he's not unmuting, so it might be on you, Abracadabra.
That's all good. I just, try to be polite and courteous. My name's Devin. Abracadabra is the name of my film company, and I'm a big fan of you guys. I've been following you. I've actually done some work with Kevin in the past. I was on set helping with cannabis product placement for Reboot, and the company I was working with financed Jason's directorial debut, Madness and the Method. So it was a lot of fun working with them. And before I, get into anything else, I just wanted to tell everyone in the room a little bit of like what it's like being on set with them. And the most inspiring moment in my entire film career was watching Kevin give the martini speech at Reboot. We were in New Orleans, and this great human, I know Kevin talks a lot, but this is one of the times when it was really important about what he was talking about and how he was going to each department and making them feel like they were the most important element of the project. I just remember standing in the crowd and just being inspired and looking up and saying like, man, that's what I want to do one day. That's what I want to be. I want to have that kind of relationship with my crew and my team. And if I can even be a fraction of that, I consider it a success. And this is coming from somebody who grew up being a fan of, Kevin in the Askew-averse. I mean, I was Silent Bob in high school for Halloween when Jay and Silent Bob came out. So I think, it's very, very awesome that he's coming into the Film 3 space and the Web3 space with you guys. And I'm so excited to support and see, all the wonderful things that you guys build together. We've converted our entire film slate into Film 3. I got on the bandwagon last fall, and I am working on a documentary that we've launched our first NFT project roadmap and DAO with right now. And then we have a TV series starring Charlie Sheen as the voice of an animatronic cat puppet, and a feature film about the origin story for the movie Reefer Madness. So not many people know that movie was based on a real murder that occurred in Tampa, Florida in 1933. A 20-year-old kid named Victor Licata went crazy and murdered his whole family in the middle of the night with an axe. And the police came the next day and found a joint roach at the scene of the crime, and they blamed the whole thing on weed. So we were going to roll cameras on that in April of 2022, but, God graced us with the pandemic and shut everything down. So we were trying to restructure and figure out how are we going to navigate these waters? What are we going to do about distribution? And, smart contracts came into play. And I really realized the value and utility behind building a community, building an audience, and integrating those two as well with like brands and stuff. Because, it's pretty hard to get modern brands to participate in IP that takes place in 1933. So it was it's just been a amazing endeavor, and I'm super excited to be collaborating with anyone in this space because, we're the first through the door, and, I'm just happy for it. So I just want to give you guys my praise, my respect, and my love and my support. That was it.
What a sick story. That's awesome, man. Thanks for jumping up here. And that's so cool that you've gotten to work with these guys and that they've touched you in that way is awesome. I've heard him talk to people. He talked with Tom. We had, Tom interviewing him, and, just like 10 seconds of Kevin can be a lot. But it's also potentially some of the best 10 seconds you've ever had. And I mean this in terms of like him speaking to you. But it was really fun to hear his passion for everything. And I think we're going to get all that in force in person in Austin. And I hope, just like you're saying, like this inspires a lot of people to think about like what they're doing. I think the reason I'm so passionate about seeing this tech work for entertainment and other industries like it, like adjacent, film, but also the music industry and just other creative industries like game design. I want this to work so badly with the Web3 rails because Web2 rails are so broken in so many ways for so many artists. Why not build something tangential, right? Is finance really broken in the same way? I'm not sure, right? Like certain things are broken about finance, and the fact that we can't have decentralized stateless money is I think bad. I think we need those kinds of alternatives. And I do think it's empowering for people in other countries where they don't have access to the same kind of systems that we do in the United States and a lot of other developed markets. But so this is a very empowering technology, but for specific audiences more than others. And some people are, they're going to want to keep their bank, and that's fine. But I don't think we should be complacent with where things stand for creators right now, because it is really not a great time necessarily to be an independent artist. If we ignore what's happening in the Web3 world and we talk about how difficult it can be now when you're an artist, you're also simultaneously a social media influencer all of the time. It's a necessity almost to sustain your art. You're constantly raising for attention or raising for money to just sustain your art in a way where like maybe you could have been more patient before, but now you're competing on TikTok and Instagram and all these other markets because that's who controls the audiences. Everything comes through these very centralized portals into the creators, and then the creators get extracted from. They're paid pennies from, Instagram royalties for NFTs probably won't be any different, but they're already paid pennies for YouTube streams or Spotify streams or whatever else. We can make systems that work for everybody in markets like the US, where it's still just broken now, more broken than the banking and financial system is. But none of those systems are going to be sustainable, I think, unless we can build with native privacy, unless we have these kind of controls. We don't want royalty payments to necessarily all be public on chain. We do want them to be automated. We want them to be auditable, but we don't want to force artists to give up their privacy and always live in the public eye, not only with their art, but with their finances and with their collaborations. Like there needs to be that healthy separation. There needs to be that space for creativity and composability within communities. That's what I think Secret is bringing that no other chain is bringing, and that no other community is going to bring if we structure what we do over the next 6 to 12 months well. That, I believe, is a unique value that we're going to be able to provide, building that community of creators who see why these are the rails that we need to be building that vision on. And it'll be interoperable and multi-chain because it's part of the cosmos. It'll be privacy by default because it's secret. It'll be fun and engaging because it's a fun and engaging brand for the network and the component applications, and because we work with people like Kevin Smith instead of Melania Trump. So I think it's just going the right direction. I really thank you for working to bring your own work into the Web3 ecosystem. Super looking forward to meeting with you and anybody else who's going to be on the ground in Austin to talk about how we can make all of this a reality for the Secret ecosystem going forward.
Fun fact. Do you know what abracadabra means? Anyone? Abracadabra, do you know what it means?
I'm going to learn a cool fact.
Oh,
I mean,
baby.
it's in my profile. I create what I speak.
I create as I speak. It's an Aramaic. Abra means I will create. Ka is like speak. And actually, here's a couple really fun things. So first of all, our word is our wand. So the more we speak about the things that we love, the more we speak about the things we're passionate about, the future we want to see, the more we create that. Powerful. and I kind of got a couple messages. Abracashira, which is I create as I sing. If we sing it, it's more powerful. And then abracadabra, I create as I dance. So you can speak it and sing it and dance it, and then you really anchor those energies. So I'm really looking forward to celebrating with you and doing all of those things on the ground, singing and dancing and speaking and creating, and also having privacy.
I love it. That's so cool. I love that you both know that, and that like I'm an idiot when it comes to non-English languages. I like to tell people, right? Like I'm fluent in one language and barely so. So
Yeah, you're fluent. Aren't you a musician? You're fluent in many languages, and you're fluent in the most important
that's
one.
the
Plus,
other
you're
thing I
not an
tell people.
idiot. Yeah, you're
That
just
is the other thing I
learning.
tell people. Is that like I did why learn all these other languages if I speak music? I feel that. I feel that a lot. It's a lot easier to say that than when I told people what I used to say. It's like, oh, I'm a data scientist. Numbers, that's a universal language. Numbers never lie. That's bullshit. Numbers lie constantly. But it's okay. We forgive them. This has been so cool. I would love to just meet you guys and meet anybody else that you're able to bring along to any of this stuff, any local communities you have. Or like I said, if we can do what we're trying to do in Austin in many cities around the world, right? And have these kind of creator meetups and opportunities for people to speak about creators' issues in Web3. We just want to bring privacy to the conversation, not because we have an agenda, but because we know that it's key to sustainability. And it's not often emphasized in the conversation for artists, but artists immediately understand the value proposition because they are the most impacted when there's a lack of privacy where they get the safety to create the work that they want to create before they are forced to bring it into the open, somewhere safe where it can be experimented with, where it can gestate and be born. That is that secret sandbox that we're trying to create at Layer 1. That's the kind of community ethos we've been trying to build for the last half decade. And now with the tech really being live and the rails being there, I think this is where it's going to blossom, whether it's during a bear market or not. I think the tech is now allowing for the energy of this community to emerge into something that's going to be very tangible. Tangibility is really exciting to me after years of blockchain being all promises and no substance. I think it's really starting to change.
Bear and bull are just like waves on the surface of the ocean. And if you're a whale, you go deep. And it doesn't matter what the waves are doing. So keep swimming.
Do you crochet pillows or something? Like I need you to redecorate my whole house with these sayings.
I'll redecorate your mind with the sayings and you create whatever you want with the rest. How about that?
Oh man. All right. This sounds awesome. I'm excited for all these secrets to emerge in Austin, ours and others. This is great. And super inspiring stuff, guys. Honestly, it's the creators that inspire me. People who are building stuff in our ecosystem for sure as the devs, but also artists bringing these ideas to life. The people who are doing the hard work of community building, that's an extremely creative effort. And it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of compassion, it takes a lot of listening, and it takes just a lot of love. Honestly. So I'm going to love seeing all of you go on the ground in Austin. We're almost there, right? I'll be there in about 5 days. We'll all be there for about a week. Some a little less, some a little more, but there will be so many agents on the ground. We'll be delighted to meet with you. The one thing I will say is that whether you're going to be in Austin or not, please, please, please join some of our secret communities in advance so you can become a part of all of this. I would say the Secret Agents program is an amazing place to start. It's always evolving. I think it's moving into a much greater idea than it is even today. We've been talking a lot about how secret agents can do more and be more, how we're going to use secret badges and secret NFTs to create some really fun and engaging community experiences that are also deeply meaningful. You can join the Stash community as well, which is probably our most concentrated secret NFT focused community for both creators and for collectors. So if you follow Stash, it's STASHHAPP, Stash app on Twitter. Follow, look up their Discord link, jump into that community. There are so many people who just want to launch stuff. They're desperate for collaborators. And we're going to be developing that creator ecosystem more and more. And then, of course, it goes without saying what Legendao is doing to bring these brilliant creators like Quentin Tarantino, like Kevin Smith, into the Web3 ecosystem and into secrets experimentation specifically, you can expect to see more and more of that. So follow Legendao on Twitter, get into their Discord, pay attention, mint this Kevin Smith NFT so you can see what's been a real labor of love. I can't wait to see what this whole ecosystem turns into. So get engaged now if you can. Get engaged in Austin if you'll be there. Stay engaged afterward because we're going to have a ton of opportunities to, again, you're early. We've been doing this for half decade, but you're early. We want to build this from the ground up. I really do feel like what we've been building out at Secret, this ecosystem, this core tech, reminds me so much of where Ethereum was in 2016, going into like that next bull phase, but decidedly not in a bull phase at that time. But the amount of passion behind it and knowing that we've built something differentiated, bringing not only programmable value, but also programmable privacy so that you can build even more complex things that are even better for protecting users and creating a great and sustainable user experience. We know we have that, but now it's down to the people, just like in 2016 and 17, who's going to build out that application layer? Who's going to show people what's possible when you're building with this stuff at the core? And that's you guys. So I hope we see you in Austin. Definitely get in touch with us if you want to RSVP to any of these things. And if I'm missing anything else, we've still got all 7 of you up here on stage. Any last words or calls to action that we want to give before we let everybody go for this week's Secret Spaces? We've got till the top of the hour. Let us know. What did I miss?
Follow all of our socials, as Tor said. I will parrot that. YouTube, LinkedIn, obviously Twitter, Instagram. Go check us out. Give us a follow. Always comment, like, subscribe, all of the above. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it, guys. This was awesome. Appreciate everybody tuning in today for sure.
And for those who won't be able to be there, we might be doing some kind of live streaming. Is that right, Tom? I know we were talking about that, thinking about it.
We're definitely going to be throwing some live video up, photos, live video, shorter shots on Twitter, and we may be going live on Twitch. We're in the process of getting that worked out now, so we will update everybody here as the event draws closer where we plan to be. But yeah, absolutely. We'll be boots on the ground, as we've been saying for the better part of a month, and yeah, so it should be fun for sure.
The idea is also we're going to be live streaming stand-ups where Tor and Guy are going to be speaking. So those are definitely going to be tentpole live streaming events throughout the week.
I see Asset Cowboy put their hand up again, so I'm going to try one more time to make sure they can get heard here before we wrap up.
Hey, guys. Yeah, sorry I came in late. I had a phone call come in earlier, but definitely stoked to get down with the Secret Foundation and a bunch of the IBC gang in second hottest city in all of the Americas, actually, Austin.
Sick. Where are we? Which of the events can we catch you at? Are you coming to DCentral? Yeah.
I help run partnerships and biz dev and strategy for DCentral for a while, and I haven't had time to really plan out. I think your guys' event, you guys are having an after party as well on Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, it's gonna be Wednesday.
Oh, with Kevin.
The 8th with Kevin.
Yeah, that'll be dead. That'll be super dope. So definitely stoked for that.
That goes late. So even if you do some stuff earlier in the night, we'll be going, I think, till past midnight.
Sick.
I may go to bed at some point, but I think Kevin's excited to keep it going.
Hell yeah.
I can just sleep at the venue. It's going to be so warm in Austin. I'll just sleep backstage somewhere.
It's an art form when you're hitting the conference circuit. You got to be able to power nap anywhere, anytime, any place. So that's Secret Nap.
Secret Naps coming to a network near you. We're gonna pilot them in Austin. Get your secret naps in while they're good. It's gonna be a long week, but it's gonna be a fun week. So thanks again, everybody who jumped up on stage here. Glad we could get you on here, Asset Cowboy. Make sure you get those last minute tickets to DCentral so we can see you on the conference floor. If you're not getting into some of these conferences, but you're going to be in the city, catch the secret agents around town. We are Legion. We will find you. It will be fun. We'll get in touch on the ground with everybody who's going to be there. We can pull you into these communities, but remember, follow our socials, get into our Discords. You can start meeting the other awesome members of our community, many of which were too busy to join us for Secret Spaces today, but are amazing contributors. So we would love to have you in the community, more active if you're not already. Tons of ways to get involved, get compensated, find teams, form teams, get funded for projects and ideas. It's fun. We're having a lot of fun with it right now. Bear be damned. So this was Secret Spaces. We'll see you back here next Tuesday. Patrick, do we already have guests lined up for next Tuesday, or are we still figuring it out because we're going to be in Austin, right?
Yeah, I wasn't sure what we wanted to do for that. Maybe we'll do like a live from the booth Secret Spaces. I mean, it depends on what we're doing at that time on that day. I'm not sure yet.
Oh, I kind of like live at the booth. Maybe we should do we could do it as like an Instagram live from the booth, and we'll make people change channels again. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Maybe we'll do a live YouTube stream. I know that's something we've been thinking about. So anyway, next week will be a special edition from Austin, one way or the other, on some channel somewhere. But normally we do these every Tuesday, 5 p.m. UTC. So we will see you back here in some form next week. And if not next week, then we will see you the following week at our usual time with more amazing guests, hopefully with some big news from Austin. But yeah, in the meantime, for those of you who will be in Austin, we'll see you shortly. For those who will be just around the internet generally, we'll see you there. And again, thank you for coming.
I DM'd you, just so you know, I DM'd. Okay, bye.
Thank you for DMing. We will respond.
Sounds good. Thanks.
All right, y'all. Have a good one. Thanks for joining us.